Your request has been submitted, Mr. Bacon Sauce. Thank you for suggesting the show to me. So let's get started. Yo, what's up everybody? D2Das here. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Stranger Things, Season 1. When Will Byers, played by Noah Schnapp, suddenly goes missing, the whole town of Hawkins, Indiana turns upside down. Many people are on the search for Will, including his mother Joyce, played by Winona Ryder from Beetlejuice, his brother Jonathan, played by Charlie Heaton, his friends Mike, played by Finn Wolfhard, Dustin, played by Gaten Matarazzo is how you pronounce it? No matter. He also has Lucas, played by McLaughlin, the police chief Jim Hopper, played by David Harbour, and other notable people. But one thing leads to another, creating a supernatural trail, and things get even weirder when a little girl with a shaved head, goes by the name of 11, or L for short, played by Millie Bobby Brown, comes into the story. Now first off, let me tell you this one thing about the show before I get started narrowing it down. When this show first got released streaming on Netflix, I wasn't familiar with it, to be honest with you. At first, I thought it looked like a compilation between scary imagery and elements from a Stephen King book. You know, the new It movie, which is an R-rated film, so no, I'm not reviewing that movie, thank you. But still, at the time when it was first streaming, people are talking about it like crazy. So as a result, I had to wait for them to keep their mouths shut so I can experience it for myself. And the end result was, I'm gonna have to agree with what everybody's been talking about a couple of years ago. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen. First off, the CGI in the show was used perfectly. It's only on the vicious and scary looking monster called the Demogorgon. Yeah, I know I haven't played any Dungeons & Dragons before, but that's beside the point. It still looks freaky to look at, even when it's off screen. Speaking of which, there are a few, if not plenty of jump scares in the show. It's horror, but they play it off like something out of the Goonies, which is not a terrible thing whatsoever. It's a great way to describe a show like this. The camera work, cinematography, and execution fits the 80s style feel to the show. In fact, this show kind of reminds me of the executed timeline used from the movie A Little Princess. Check out my review of that to find out what I'm talking about. The 80s look of the show is perfectly balanced. It's not like thrown all over the place like a maniac saying, hey look, we're in the 80s. Here's 80s nostalgia thrown in here for no reason whatsoever. No, not for this show. Sure, it's nostalgic. Like, for example, there are a few Easter eggs to Star Wars, Jaws, which is 1975, but it works. Stay tuned for my review of that soon. And maybe even a bit of E.T. somewhere. But still, they built the creative story around it to make it relevant to what the show is supposed to be. And that's extremely well paced, I'll say that. Speaking of story and plotline, it was very creative. The whole goal is to search for Will Byers and bring him back home, which sure, it's been done millions of times before in the past. But the way they played it off makes it so much entertaining and intriguing, which heck yeah, mystery's my thing. Not only that, but the direction from the Duffer Brothers, as well as the character development articulation, is just traditional work of art, if I do say so myself. Now, if I had one teensy-weensy gripe about the show, and trust me, it's not a big deal, it would be the fact that the high school teenager is having sex with Nancy, played by Nutella Dyer. But other than that, in the end, Season 1 of Stranger Things was surprisingly thrilling, with great characters, impressive story, and interesting mystery. So as a result, I rate Season 1 a solid 5 out of 5 stars. And trust me, I promise, Season 2 is coming up next. Stay tuned. So Season 1 of Stranger Things. Have you seen every episode? If you haven't, you know the Demogorgon's right behind you, right? But if you have, come back, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. And also follow me on Stardust so you can catch early reactions of movies, TV shows, and trailers. I'll put the link of it below in the description so you can download the app for yourself. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.